Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So for this video, I want to talk about these allegations against Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit has been filed against him. And in the lawsuit, a woman alleges that when she was 13 years old, Jay-Z and Diddy raped her. And what I'm going to do is go through some of the allegations and then briefly share my thoughts about this particular lawsuit. And so basically, this is the situation. This incident allegedly happened back in 2000, about 24 years ago. And again, at the time, the plaintiff was 13 years old. She alleges that she went to the Video Music Awards. You know, she tried to get into the Video Music Awards, but she was turned away. She claims that she talked to one of Diddy's drivers or security personnel, and they told her about an after party, and they actually invited her to an after party. This security person that worked for Diddy told her to come back to the location at a certain time. She did so, and she waited around for a while. She went, she met the guy, and then they went to this after party. And when she got there, you know, she talked about the environment, seeing all these celebrities and stuff like that. She said that she was offered a drink. And after she had that drink, she was very tired. And she alleges that she was drugged while she was at this party. And she went to a room to lay down and rest, one of the rooms in this venue. And she laid down on the bed to rest. She did not lock the door. She claims that Diddy, Jay-Z, and a third female celebrity actually came into the room. She alleges that Jay-Z pinned her down and vaginally raped her. And then she says that Diddy raped her as well and tried to force her to have oral sex and all that kind of stuff. She claims that she put up a fight, and then she eventually left, you know, and grabbed her clothes and everything like that, left, and then called her father, you know, told her father that she lied about her whereabouts, and her father picked her up and took her away. And she claims that before she went to this after party, the security personnel had her sign paperwork, and she alleges that she thinks that it was a non-disclosure agreement. So those are the allegations. And, you know, this has stirred up a lot of controversy, of course. We know what's happening with Diddy. Diddy is in jail. He's facing, you know, multiple charges. And I wanted to point out that this particular lawsuit is being brought under the Gender Motivated Violence Act. It's a law in New York City. And so she's seeking compensatory damages, punitive damages, attorney's fees, etc. So far, you know, no criminal charges have been filed related to this case. And that may be due to the statute of limitations. I would have to look into it in more detail. But that's the situation. And Jay-Z issued a strong statement, you know, strongly denying the allegations. Jay-Z has basically, you know, attacked the attorney, you know, called the attorney an ambulance chaser and a cheap suit and all that kind of stuff. And he accused the attorney of trying to blackmail him, and etc. And from what I understand, Jay-Z has filed his own lawsuit against the attorney, and the attorney claims that that's a frivolous lawsuit. So I just want to share some quick thoughts. You know, first of all, I believe that people are innocent until proven guilty. And at this point, all we have are allegations and an actual complaint. So at this point, you know, there hasn't, you know, obviously hasn't been a trial. We're at the initial stages of the process, and there will be a trial. And so at this point, I'm not going to take a position. I'm not going to say, you know, whether or not I believe these allegations. You know, I think that they should be taken seriously, you know, and hopefully the truth will come out at trial. but I don't want to rush to judgment and assume that just because someone has filed a complaint that it's actually true. And from what I understand, this is the only pending lawsuit against Jay-Z regarding these types of allegations. We know that multiple lawsuits have been filed against Diddy. We know that Diddy faces criminal charges. So he's in a whole nother category. So at this point, I'm not going to rush to judgment and assume that what is alleged is actual facts. We will wait and see what happens, and I will continue to follow this case. And I don't want to be quick to dismiss, the allegations and just assume that they are not true. There are some causes for question, in terms of the storyline, but I'm not going to say that it's not true. Even though it raises questions, that doesn't mean it's not true. But I want to mention some of the questions being raised. I mean, here you have a situation where this girl, at the time was only 13 years old, and she was trying to get into a party. I mean, actually trying to get into the Video Music Awards. My question is, where are your parents? Where are your parents? How are you? You're only 13 years old. How do you find yourself trying to get into the Video Music Awards alone at 13 years old? That part just seems kind of outrageous to me, but I don't know. It's possible that may have happened. And then the other thing is, she alleges that they asked her to sign some paperwork, a non-disclosure agreement, which doesn't even make sense because a minor is not legally capable of entering into any kind of agreement. So it wouldn't make much sense to me that you would have, someone ask a minor to sign an NDA. But it's possible. It's possible that they may have tried to trick her as a minor into believing that she has some legal obligation not to disclose what happened to her. So we don't know. But it raises serious questions. And I know some people will say, why did she wait so long, 20 plus years to bring these charges or bring this case? And we know that a lot of times victims are in a position where they take action as, they are emotionally able to. So the mere fact that she waited so long doesn't necessarily mean that the allegations are not true. And part of me, just as a Jay-Z fan, I love Jay-Z's music. I've been listening to his music since he came out in the 90s, following his music, following his career and all that kind of stuff. Part of me doesn't want to believe that he would be capable of doing this kind of stuff. It's difficult for me to believe that. But, at the end of the day, none of us really know Jay-Z like that. We know the public image of him. We know his music, but we don't know the man, and we don't know what he's capable of. So, I'm going to hold judgment on this. One thing that raises a concern is his closeness to Diddy. The fact that he's really close with Diddy. There are all these photos of them together at all these various parties, at all these various events. So that raises a question. Did he know anything about this stuff? Was he a participant in any of these activities? So that's one thing. And then I want to know who this woman celebrity was. A lot of people are suggesting that celebrity B is Beyonce, which would be absolutely crazy if that's the case. If these allegations are true, Jaguar Wright is not looking as crazy as many of us thought she was. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. And from what I understand, this attorney is not some fly-by-night attorney. This is an attorney that has a track record of success in the courtroom. He's a seasoned litigator. So, yeah, I'm just going to follow this case and, monitor it. and, share my thoughts as there are more developments in this case. But if these allegations are true, it's over for Jay-Z. Like, his whole career will be over, just like what eventually happened to R. Kelly. I mean, and this will have a devastating impact on hip hop in general. I mean, just everything that's going on with Diddy and Jay-Z will forever tarnish and blot hip hop history. So I'm really interested in hearing from y'all. What do you think about these allegations? Do you think they're, just in general, what are your thoughts about Jay-Z and these allegations? And I know that there are a lot of conspiracy people out there that think Jay-Z is a part of the Illuminati and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I even want to hear from y'all too. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this crazy situation.